Hey everybody, Randy here. I'm working on a smaller painting. I've been in between some projects. Haven't posted a lot of video content. Been recording a lot, but haven't really taken a lot of time to edit, put things together that I want to share. At some point I will do that, but I figured while I was working on this painting, might be a good time to just talk about things and maybe tell more about what my plans are for my content here on YouTube and in my studio, just in general. So we'll start with, I have a show in August at Copper Fox in Leapers Fork, which is just outside of Nashville in Franklin, Tennessee. And so the Mystery Art League piece I worked on a little while back took up a lot of my time. Plus I was doing other pieces for the District Gallery. And I've been very fortunate that a lot of the work I'm creating now is finding a home pretty fast. But that also means that I need to find more time in the studio, which has been tough. And I have less time for editing videos and doing social media content, that kind of thing. I've done okay. I mean, just do it when I'm able, and it's working for me right now. I don't know. I feel like social media is not like a requirement for me. I know it's useful. It's good to have content where people can find me, but at the moment, it's not like a high priority. I think it's more just keeping people in the loop so that they know what I'm up to. And it gives me a place to kind of document, my progress as an artist. So I've been doing that a lot. And so back to the painting. I've been working on doing some things for this show coming up in August. At the same time, I have an art camp I'm going to be teaching at here soon. And I have several other little projects that are kind of in the works. But after doing larger paintings, a lot of times I spend a little bit of time kind of decompressing and trying to reevaluate things. And I like going to smaller paintings. And when I say smaller, it could be anywhere from a 5x5 painting of one of my bees to a 12x12. I even did a 12x24 recently that turned out really cool. Something about going to a smaller piece after working large for a while makes you really pay a lot of attention to details that maybe you missed before. So, and it also, I guess, improves my patience or my ability to stick with a piece. And doing something this size, I can do it in a day or two. Typically I'll split a 12x12 up into 2 days. That doesn't mean I'm in the studio 8 hours working on just this. But it's good to vary my sizes, even though I really don't love working small anymore. But the problem with large pieces is the delayed gratification. I mean, it's, you know, sometimes weeks before I'll finish one of my larger pieces. So it's a lot of work and feeling like it's going to be forever before it's completed. At least on something this size, even though it's a pain in the butt to cut these small pieces, I at least can see results pretty quick, especially relative to what the large pieces give me. So I'm gonna do this little guy right here, and then maybe one more, and then I want to jump up to either an 18 by 24 painting, or maybe even thinking a 30 by 40, which is large. That one's going to take some time, but I'd like to have one good centerpiece for the show in August. And I don't want to wait too long to do that. I think the sooner I do it, maybe the better the chances are that I'll have it done in time for the show. But it's also nice to have some smaller, more affordable paintings available. Not everybody wants to spend a couple $1,000s on a painting, so it's nice to have some that are just a few $100s. Gotta have variety. And I know not everybody has space for a large painting too, so there's that part of the equation. But having one large piece that can really show what I can do, I feel like I get a lot more bang for my buck when I do a larger piece, because I can show the variation of colors and textures that I get from the magazine clippings. Those really show up well when I'm working on a larger piece. Smaller piece, it's a little harder to get some of that impact, so I like, will find areas that I feel like I can maybe play a little bit, experiment with some textures and colors, text. I do like, even on small pieces, making sure that there's some text throughout the painting that shows that it's from printed magazines. It's almost like I want people to think it's a collage, and then when they get up close they can see that it's not, but somehow there's these same images and text that they would see in a magazine. That's all fun, and the longer I do this, the more I learn where I need to incorporate the things that draw viewers in. Because if I just used solid colors in all my subjects, it wouldn't have near as much impact in making people curious. But since I do incorporate images and stuff from magazines, it makes it more dynamic, more interesting in my opinion, and plus it's fun for me, being able to kind of hide things within my paintings. I think that's part of the draw of me doing the Mystery Art League events and my artwork, is being able to hide things, or maybe not necessarily hide them, but incorporate things that add meaning to the artwork. It's kind of what art's all about, is communicating something. So I want to make sure that I have some sort of message, even if it's simple. And then maybe I have this other sort of hitting message that I don't tell nobody about. So if you ever look at one of my paintings up close, especially in person, look for these little hidden objects and text. Sometimes I stamp text and numbers and things into my work, but you really can't see that on the digital side of it. You almost have to see it in person. So please come to one of my shows if you get a chance. So that's all I got for today. I'm going to try to be on here a little more often at some point. I am going to be working with this Veteran Art Institute. I'm a veteran and I found this awesome online platform that supports veterans in creating art. And I'm going to be an instructor. I'm going to teach artists how to use symbolism and color and things to add more meaning to their work. And our plan is to just create a buzz about all that so we can have a Mystery Art League event in California at their home headquarters. So more about that will be coming in the future. Thanks for following. That's something I haven't shared with anybody yet. So because you watch my video and listen to me jabber, whatever the word is. Since you listen to me talk about my work and my process and things, you get to hear all that stuff. Alright, so I've talked enough. I'm running out of things to say. And I hope that I will see you in the comments if you have any questions about any of that. Or make sure you like and follow, and you can follow along, and you'll know when I post those videos, those classes, and then I'll be doing maybe a few more videos about process and the kind of the meanings behind the artwork. I've got several I've recorded that I want to share more about, and I'll be doing that at some point. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you.